Is that Seika?
This is where we were destined to be. Walter was as kind then as he is now.
Take a moment, don't be shy. I'd like to tell you a story. Once, I had a home on this world with the most beautiful view of the city. Me and my wife, we used to love to sit and watch the city lights twinkle in the evening haze. It's our moment of serenity. But then, the time of ashes came. And while the heavens offered an escape, only I survived and grasped the secrets of immortality. Evelyn, everyone I ever cherished, they were gone. And I was alone. Which is why I am so glad to have met you. Soon, you and I shall spend eternity on a new world. Every sunset. Together.
I'd rather sail into another typhoon than spend an eternity with him.
Walter. I'll get us a drink. In the meantime, remember what Walter said about embracing the future.
Seems like you don't really share your friend's excitement about all this.
I should be more excited, shouldn't I?
It's okay to question things.
Lon was thrilled when we got into the Ascension Hall. He can't wait to see what we'll be taking next, but I'm worried that all this is too good to be true.
So why don't you just leave?
I can't abandon him. We've been through everything together. Our missions, the typhoon, the shipwreck, and soon, the Ascension, I guess.
Seems like most of the Quen are more than happy to follow Londra. So why not you?
At first, I wanted to believe. I mean, everything he told us felt like it filled an emptiness, like maybe I'd finally found somewhere to belong. Then I remembered how the boards back home would tell us to follow the virtues of the legacy, to be good and honest. And then they dragged my father away for speaking out against an imperial decree. I'm not sure it's any different here. Walter might be a living ancestor, but with a cudgel like Szeth to do his bidding, his kindness is just as conditional as the Empire's.
As far as anyone at your settlement knows, you went out into the wilds and vanished. How did you end up here?
Lon and I were part of a scouting mission to the mainland, but things went bad fast. We were lost and starving, our boat was wrecked, and then Walter found our camp. A living ancestor, emerging from the wilds to tell us we'd been chosen, that we were safe. It was easy to embrace. Everyone here has a similar story.
Why didn't anyone send word to us?
Not everyone is chosen. Walter says we must leave our old lives behind if we're going to ascend. Nobody questioned it. But I should have.
You said Lon can't wait to see where you're headed next. Do you know what you'll find there?
I imagine it'll be another kind of test, like here. Once you've been in the Ascension Hall, you're taken there by Szeth. He and his troops are the only ones who ever come back.
Everyone keeps mentioning him. I get the feeling he's not really a friendly guy.
As friendly as a Fireclaw. But it's not just him. The soldiers that follow him are like that too. I guess they know they can do as they like, now that they don't answer to the Admiral or compliance.
You're right to be skeptical of all this. Londra is up to something. We need to get into the Ascension Hall to figure out what. And to do that, we need the words of attainment.
I don't want to stir up any trouble. When Szeth comes back, he'll figure out that I told you.
Does it have something to do with one of those Londra displays?
This is important, Otosu. A lot of lives are at stake.
It's related to what Walter said he valued most about his friends.
I guess he thought he was adored by them?
No, that's not it at all. This was a bad idea. I shouldn't be talking to you.
Hey, it'll be okay. I promise.
I'm sorry, I can't. Now, please, just leave me alone.
That could have gone better.
Don't think we'll be able to convince him to help us again. Maybe we should study up on Landra before we talk to anyone else. They've been feasting like Imperials.
Landra's benevolence, I bet.
Look, I already told you. I can't give you the words of attainment.
We're not here to ask about that. Just a few more questions.
I suppose that would be okay.
We'll be going.
Be careful.
Did you need something else?
Look, Kirol, we need your help. You said that the Ascension is almost here. Seika and I are trying to prove our devotion as fast as we can.
But we're running out of time. We need to get into the Ascension Hall.
But the only way to learn the words of attainment is to pass your devotion review.
Unless you help us out. We're a lot like you. We've suffered so much until now. Storms, shipwrecks, hunter-killer machines. We don't want to go back to that.
Well, we should all embrace his light. Perhaps even with a helping hand. Okay. It's kind of what Walter said when he sat with us and told us his story about where eternity lies.
It's on a new world, right? As part of the Ascension?
Exactly. You understand him so well. But I don't know. I really shouldn't be breaking protocol.
Please, Kirol. We don't want to live in a world without Walter.
Okay, I'll tell you. Only through devotion may I embrace his light. Only through him may I ascend to a new world.
Thanks. We owe you one.
I'm glad to have helped. May you embrace his light.
Well, we got our words of attainment. Rennick should let us into the Ascension Hall now.
I already
get out of
told you. No one's getting past me without the words of attainment.
Oh, we know the words. Seika.
Oh, no. You should have the honor, Aloy.
Only through devotion may I embrace his light. Only through him may I ascend to a new world.
No one's ever passed their devotion review so quickly.
Well, we did, so will you get out of the way now?
I don't know how much more of Landra I can take.
Yeah, let's see what he's really up to.
All this time, they didn't even want to be found.
We don't know if they all feel that way.
Yeah. Sure.
Something on your mind?
Nothing. The Ascension Hall better have answers. That's all.
was something different in Nova's tone today. The slightest edge of recalcitrance. Tweaking her settings brought her back in line, but I'll run a full diagnostic just to be sure.
An elevator. Let's see where it leads.
Landra's really building up the suspense.
Must be quite a spectacle up there.
Ancestors. That's how they'll ascend.
Landra's building a spaceship, all right. We better take a closer look.
The clouds. They're not real. It's all an illusion. My focus. What's that sound?
It's a warning, I think. For radiation, something toxic. It should be safe enough for now, but I'd better check out the ship.
Okay. Tell me what you find.
Storage. For Landra's followers? But that can't be enough space for all of them. And MSP again. What does that mean? A rocket. The source of the radiation. That's why he grabbed data from that old prototype in his headquarters. It must be how he'll get the lift he needs. Landra's got the Horus's printer working again. To build the ship. Okay, I've seen enough.
Well, what's going on with that ship? I don't like that look. What did you find?
The Horus. It has a special component. One that can make almost anything you can imagine. Parts, tools, even entire machines. Landra has rigged it to build what he needs for his ship. But in order for the ship to leave, it needs a ton of power, way more than what Landra could achieve with what he had.
So he went looking for something from his old company.
Exactly. Part of the data he got was for a blueprint, for a kind of boost. One that's as toxic as it gets. If this ship gets airborne, it'll spread a poison from here to every tribal land in the region.
Everyone will get sick and die. There's still something I don't get. Why would Landra do all of this just to get off this world? Oh, this again!
Seika.
You're still not telling me everything. My people are the ones that are caught up in all this. My sister! I deserve to know.
You're right. I will tell you. It just won't be...
Guess our time's up.
Lying filth!
Oh, this must be our friend Zeth.
Spread out. Reinforcements will follow. Time to put you down!
Never seen a cannon like that before.
I guess Landra gave him a new toy.
How do we even get out of here?
Zeth's got this whole place on lockdown. Maybe there's a way to shut it off.
Drive and look for something to override.
The deceivers!
No way up there. Gotta disable the lockdown.
My creation, born by necessity from the womb of the Horus, is infinitely more imaginative than its ancient predecessors. Not even Shihumbe could have foreseen it. I just hope it's fast enough to outrun his shadow.
These guys don't let up.
Idiot! Right order!
Gonna offer your corpse to Walter!
He's back and finish her! I want you don't have what it takes, Jacob!
Let's see if you got it in my side.
Only the weak are falling!
You're in trouble now!
Ancestor, drive my aid!
I'll show you how.
Take that! Should have spent more time sparring, Jacob!
I just need a second. I'll get her from here. I've got this.
A gift for you!
It's a shame I won't get to crush you myself, Jacob!
Tough words when you got that shield. You left me no choice. Get to cover, Aloy.
But not enough!
Power node. It might lift the lockdown. It's wired to 2 more nodes. I gotta keep looking.
What do you think you're doing? Run, little Jacob!
Just you wait, Seth.
Hello. Got it. Door's locked. It's not gonna budge with the lockdown.
You delayed the inevitable!
lifted. Now to get to Seth.
Don't let them through!
I knew some of those Marines. They didn't even hesitate to attack.
Yeah, there's something off about them. But for now, we focus on Seth.
Right.
Quit stalling! Come on, face me!
Come on out, Seth!
I've got your back!
I'll enjoy crushing you both!
Nice to meet you, too.
Run! They're coming! The next one won't miss! I'm gonna decorate paradise with your smoke!
Empty!
You will fall!
Where have you been taking the rest of our people?
Answer her question.
He takes the devoted to his park on the southern peninsula. But you'll never reach it. The tower there is positioned to ward off any approach.
And my sister is there?
She was in the final group. I'm not supposed to bring any more over. But Walter promised the Ascension to everyone who proves themselves. I don't understand.
Londra's been using you to get what he wants. Let's face it, you're an easy mark. Too blinded by your own ego to see the truth.
Well, you just flipped his world upside down.
Just give me a straight answer. Why does Londra want to leave?
Something is coming to Earth. It destroyed the world that Londra fled, and it wants to do the same thing here.
Destroy the world? What could possibly do that?
It's called Nemesis. It's like a machine, sort of. But It's more powerful than anything you or I have ever faced. That's why Londra's building this ship. He's doing everything in his power to leave before it gets here. And I guess he wants to take some Quen with him, too. Look, I know this is a lot to take in, but there's still hope.
If you say so.
Seika.
There's a beach on the southeast coast of the island where we took down the first tower. That's probably the closest we'll get to Londra's park. And I should probably report back to the Admiral. Tell him something about what we found here.
Okay. I'll meet you at the beach then. That was bad. That was really bad. Seika, she seemed so lost. Why do I feel like that too? How do I fix this? For now, I'd better take a look at that Zenith weapon. I think I can turn this into something I can use. There. I should test it out when I get back outside. Better check on the rest of the Quen on my way out, too.
There was something different in Nova's tone today. The slightest edge of recalcitrance.
I'll just is worse than the other Zeniths. Willing to irradiate thousands so long as he survives. Seika and I have to find a way to stop him. Once I make things right with her. I guess Brennick spread the word to the rest of the people here. That Laundra doesn't care about them. They must be pretty confused.
Everything was a lie.
What Brennick said.
I was supposed to ascend.
If we can't stay here, where do we go?
Everyone, please, remain calm.
It seems like the Quen have some thinking to do. I hope they figure it out and head back to Fleet's End. But I gotta meet up with Seika. Talk things out with her. Make sure we're okay.